Hello, grade 12s. We're looking at this question paper from November 2009. Here is our transition piece, branch pipe. This will be its first angle orthographic projection. This will be your front, your top, your left, your right will be here. It depends what is it that you are required to draw. So I will not go to the question. I hope you will have the question, but just quickly, you are given the incomplete front view, top view, and incomplete left view. They are incomplete front view, top view. It's there. Here is the top view. You can see it's complete. Where you are given an incomplete left view. It is incomplete. Of an anchor used to secure an arc over a stadium. The anchor is a concrete casting in the form of an hexagonal prismatic footing A and a square branch piece B that has been shaped to fit around the footing. The axes of both pieces lie in the common vertical plane. Common vertical plane, the axis, and then the branch piece will be clad with stainless steel. Draw to scale 1:100, which means we are going to divide every dimension with 100. And in first angle orthographic projection, the following views of a complete anchor clearly showing the curve of interpenetration, how it penetrates this hexagonal prism. The curve of interpenetration that will be formed between the two pieces. As we join it, we are going to draw the top view, the front, and the left. Develop the surface of the stainless steel cladding that will cover the branch piece B. Label the development and show all necessary instruction. So sometimes you notice that, okay, you have been given the starting position, which is marked with this X. That will be the center S there. Since it is 32 divided by is 3,200 divided by 100. Every dimension you divide by 100, that will give you 32. You will measure 32 from here to there. So that time is draw a circle that will touch every corner of the hexagon. So let's start doing that. What I've noticed over the years is that even to redraw, some of the learners have challenges in redrawing the given drawing. 32 is here. That is my 32. Now very faintly, because I'm constructing very faintly, I will draw a circle there. But even before I would have drawn that circle, perhaps I should have started by my center line. The center line is a short, long. So on. I'm extending my center because in my mind I'm having the other views. There's my center there. My center. Right. As you notice, hexagon, this is 60 degrees. So I use my 60 degrees set square. It will move right to the center, inside the circle. It's my 60 degrees. Here is the center inside the circle. There we go. Turn it around. Let's and I will finish it off here. If you know how to redraw the structure, you may as well just fast forward to save time and get to the real stuff. Just to verify that my hexagon is 32, definitely it is 32. Then now I will start to project. I really have my ground line here, just slightly above. will have my ground line there. Then I will start projecting every corner upwards. One, there, projecting. Have my base. And faintly point across. This line here is going to divide the two. This one here. Every line that you know it's gonna be there, it's better that to start drawing it now. Some of the dimensions you will get from other views. It's always advisable that you draw all these views simultaneously depending on what you see at that time. So to save time, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. I'm numbering my hexagon so that I know which point am I talking about, so that I don't get confused. That is 6. From that direction you are seeing 5. Behind 5 there is 1. 5. Behind 5 there is 1. Behind 4 there is 2. Then on this side there is 3. The height thereof is 75. That gives us the height. The height is 75. Let's measure that 75 there. It will go up until there is 75. Then faintly I move it across because there's other view that I have to draw on the other side. Complete here and there. Then I might as well transfer this hexagon for us to be able to get to the other view that's on the other side there. 1, center, which it is a long center line. It's a long short line, long dotted short line. So I know in this other view here, this part I have it completed here on this other side and at the center there. So it's there, it's there, there. Allah up to there, and then here they say I must measure 15. Let me put my 15 here. Let me put my 15. I do have my 15 millimeter. And remember here they say it is a 30 degrees. It is a 30 degrees. So that 15 I will do 30 degrees over there. 30 degrees. It's simply here is my set square spatial angle. There is my 30 degrees. And then I will have to measure from the bottom 36 to the center. From the bottom I'm measuring 36. From the bottom 36 is here. There is my 36. From my 36 it also gives me that, and then perpendicularly at 90 degrees it will go that way. at 90 degrees. This is at 90 degrees. Be careful, that's where most learners make mistake. This is at 90 degrees. Now, to determine the other side, if you look at it from here, when you're looking at it from the left, you will see it, this face, the height of this face, this height is equals to that height also of the other face, which means this line is at the center. It's at the center when you are looking at it from the left. This line is at the center, which means that line is at the center. So this portion will be equal to that one. And already I've established, I've been given the center. So what I will do simply is I will take I'll take my compass and transfer this measurement, this one here, to the other side. Once I've done that, with a 30 degrees set square, I take it to the other side, and then I'm completing here, and then from now I will be able to transfer all these corners. Four, there are two here, the other one is behind it. So there we go. Transfer it. Like I told you earlier, it's sometimes very important to draw them, because some other dimension you get from other views. Just to draw them simultaneously will help you a great deal. Now I know it will end up here. There is my center. As you look from my diagram, I have my auxiliary drawing. It tells me it's 38 each side, 38, and it is a square. This square is at 45 degrees. It's at 45 degrees. So I still use the very same my set square. My set square that gives me 45 degrees. I will take it from the center so that you'll be able to see. Let me just extend my center here a little bit. Now I'm going to put my helping view. Auxiliary means helping. This view that needs to help me is at 45 degrees. It is at 45 degrees, and on the other side also is at 45 degrees. And then each side is 38 millimeters. 38 millimeters. So there will be my 38. Remember, I'm drawing this very faintly. 38 millimeters. Sometimes I prefer to use my compass. Sometimes it makes it easy. Remember, this auxiliary here, it represents that square. I've drawn it very faintly. I'm drawing it faintly just to assist me, guys. There it is. It's faintly. It is drawn here. As you see, it's drawn here. Now I can simply project it over to my hexagon. I will project it over to my hexagon. The center. It's there. To my hexagon. Now, but the real drawing, that one was just to help me this square. Now I must complete this part B. Remember, it is at an angle. It's not flat like this, it's at an angle. So I must complete it. This way, don't be deceived by this. This is not in a square shape because it's standing at an angle. You are not seeing the true shape. The true shape looks like this one. So here are my points, 4 points. Then Just to differentiate, because here I've used numbers 1, 2, 3 from branch A, and then in B, maybe let's use A, B, C, D. Say A, B, C, and D, right? So we transfer that. A, we are looking at it from the left. When we are looking at it from the left, let's check what you see from the left. Here is A. You see A first before you see C. C is behind A. C is behind A. There it goes. Here you see A. Behind A there is C. Here you see B. Here you see D. That's what you see. Now we transfer that to the other view now. To the front view. To the front view. B is in line here with that part. Where is B? There is B. So B is here. That is my B. And then A and C, not the political organization, guys. It's A and C. A, there is A. A goes up until here. Here is my A. Let me project my A. A, as it goes up, it moves. That is my A there. So my A will be here. That is my A. And my C will also lie on the very same line. There is my C. Project my C there. My C will be here also. There is, it will be my C. And then my D. Where is D? D is here. Go up. There will be my D. This will be my D. Then I can simply take my set square and join all four corners. From the front view, this is how it's gonna do it. Like it's gonna do something like this. It's not a square, it's not a square. Just project, then it will give you exactly the number. Now, let's go on. Let's look now at A. A, there is A. It penetrates this branch pipe up until here. A will go and penetrate it up until here. So let's transfer that penetration. It's not only for A, it's A and C. They, as you can see there, they are at the same point. A and C penetrate up until there. Then I transfer A and C, they penetrate up until there. Where is A and C? There is A, they penetrate up until here, A and C. A and C penetrate up until here. And when you are looking at it from the left, you can see this surface of A, this corner, this A corner. A is nearer to you. Here, that line, you can see it as it penetrates. You can see that line there. You can see it. And then C is behind. You cannot see. Now let's look at B. B and D. B penetrate. B is here. It penetrates up until here. B penetrates up until where is B? No, let's start with D. B and D, right here. B and D, they penetrate up until here. B and D, they penetrate up until here. B, and here is B, and then the D below at the bottom. The bottom D also goes up until here. Penetrate up until there. So you might as well join. Now, look at it this way. There are these corners that it disturbs. There are these corners. We will talk about them right now. These corners, where are they located? Here. This part where it changes. There's some kind of interference. It changes the shape here. I'm drawing it very faintly here. Very faintly, it changes. This line, as you can see, is the same. It goes right. I'm trying to locate it on the other view. I'm trying to locate it on the other view. There is that line. That line, you will find it there. Right? Once you find it there. So this line, it is between B and C. This line is between B and C. This line is between A and B. So it's between B and C. It is between A and B. Now I like on. There it is. We have located it here. That would be that line. So let's transfer that very same line. Okay. Not only there, it goes all. As you can see, it goes all. Even it is there between A and D and C and D. It is there. There it is. There it is. Ngale ngaphansi at the bottom. At the bottom, it is there. It's kind of a bit rough, but bear with us, you will get it. And then we transfer it over there. Somewhere here. Very faintly, it is somewhere there. And now, let us join our points. A penetrates up until here. Now here is my A. A penetrates up to here. That is A. I will write A just for you to understand. It's not necessary for me to write this A. A. And then as I move, but if you feel it's okay for you, it will be fine. But as A moves to B, look, A is moving towards B. But before it reaches B, at the bottom, here is my A. This is my line for A. This is my B to B at the bottom. B to B at the bottom. But there is this disturbance here, this interference here. From A to B, A doesn't go straight to B. It vias this point of interference before it goes to B. Are you with what I'm saying? So now A, here is my A. It doesn't go straight to B. It goes via this point of interference, which is here, that point. It goes to the point of interference before it goes to B. This is the one of the trickiest parts to what you are doing. Before it can go to B. I'll repeat it to you. At the bottom, A to A, B to B, C to C, just for you to see, D to D, behind B, D to D. But now, from this side, A just goes straight to B, B to C, C to D, D to A. But at the bottom, A does not go straight to B. It is interfered by this line that is here. Now the line. Yeah, interference. So as A goes to B, it doesn't just go straight. It must go first via this point before it goes to B. And then once it's at B, as it moves towards C, from B to C, it doesn't go straight to C. It must go via this point. It goes from B to C, it goes via this point at the back, behind. Behind, it goes there to that point, and here. The dotted line is still in line with this line, but that is why we do not see it. It goes to C. Remember, this is A and C on the other side, A and C. And then from C to D on the other side, as it moves from C to D, it will go from C to D. It will go now here. From C to D, it will go via this. Here is this line of interference. Here is this line of interference. It interferes. It will go here and there to D at the bottom. And then now from D to A, from D to A at the bottom, here is D to A. You can see it at the bottom from the left. Now it becomes visible because I'm looking at it from that end, from the left. So it will go via this interference. It will go, here is my line of interference. Here is my line. It's there. It's also there. Here is my line of interference. It will go right up to the hexagon, and then before it goes to A, before it goes to A, before it goes to A. Now that will be my curve of interpenetration. This will be, it penetrates by this portion, from when I'm looking at it from the left, this is how it penetrates. And then when you look at it from the front, now that is a curve of interpenetration. So we are completing now the front view, D, it ends here. There, my D will be here. Where is my D? There is my D. My D is here. I will write just for you not to get confused. And then my A and C, they end here. My A and C, they end here. Here is my A. And then here is my C. They both end here. My D. And then my B, where does it end? My B ends there. My B ends there. My B ends here. B lenga B is a. Now, when you are looking at it from the front, now there is this interference that keep on coming. The interference happened here between A, C, and D. It happens here. Here is the interference. There, it happened here. The interference happened here. And then between A, C, and B, the interference happened here. The interference happened here. If you are with me. Now, let us try and complete. Remember, now, D, when looking at it from the front, you can see this line, the whole of D. There's nothing wrong with that one. You can see D completely. You can see your D up there completely. Now, as D goes to A, like I said, as D goes to A, it goes straight and interfere. It's being interfered here. As D goes to A, it is being interfered here before it goes to A. The line of interference, where is it? Here is it. Here is the line of interference. Yeah, there is the line of interference before it can go to A. So D will go here before it goes to A. It will not go straight to A because it has been interfered into. So D, as it goes to A, it will start here and then goes back to A. And then when you are looking at A, you can see A from the bottom. You can see A from the left, from the left view. You can see A. There is A. A is on the other side, is here, nearer to us. I can see the whole length of A. It is nearer. So there is A, it goes to A, no, from, yeah, A, the whole length of A, the whole length of A has not been interfered with. The whole length of A has not been interfered with. Let's look now, as D goes to C, D goes to C. Now, at the bottom, D will be interfered here and it goes to C. Here is the point of interference, D. D, it is being interfered here. D, it is being interfered here. So, we can see that line. It goes there before it goes to C. And then as C goes, the whole length of C is on the other side, But when you look at it from that direction, you are able to see the whole length of C. You are able to see the whole length of C. Think about it, it's not easy. And then now we said here is the length of B. Let's look at B. B has not been interfered with, but it is hidden by this part. It is hidden. It is on the other side. So from B downwards, it is a dotted line. And then it's also hidden as it goes to A. B to A. B will not just go to A. B will not just go to A because there is this point of interference that is here. There it is. B cannot just go to A. And also there is an interference there on that side. So the whole length of A at the bottom is there. But you cannot just take B straight to A. It must via this part of interference. It is hidden. It starts here where it will change. And then before it goes to A, straight, yaphazamiseka somewhere, yakhawatheka. See there. And then now C, it ends here. But C as it goes to B, there is this interference. There it is. As C goes to B. So where is C? C is here at the bottom. It doesn't go straight to the bottom of B. It starts at the point of interference. I call it point of interference. I don't know the exact name that they use. You can just make your comment and tell me what is being called. So it will look like this. This will be our front view, but it is not complete because when you're looking at it from the front, 4, you are able to see 4 from this end. 4 and 5, you are able to see them. There is 4 is here. You see the point of interference, it is there at 4. To see 4, and we are able to see 5. 4 and 5. And then 3, yeah, you are able to see 3 and 6. 1 is behind 4 and 5. So our front view here, it is complete. We have completed our front view here. We have completed the curve of interpenetration. Now the question requires us. Now they require us to develop the surface of the stainless steel cladding that will cover branch piece B. We are developing this branch piece B, this one. We're developing this one. In our development, we use the true length. Now, you look where you can find space and you develop there. But now, in my case, I'll be transferring my findings. I'll call it my findings. Now, let me draw this shape. When you open it, this square, remember it is 38. Now I will take my t-square, as you see it slightly there. Let me just move my stuff over here. Find where there is an empty space where you can develop. I just draw a line there. Maybe I will start here. If I start here, I have been told that the square is 38. Here is my 38. It's the true length of 38. You see, this is not the true length. Here is the true length, 38. So I will transfer those dimensions there. Therefore, it's a square. 1, 2, it's like 2, 3, and 4. There we are. So it is advisable where when you develop the surface development, you must cut it. If you are not given a seam, you must cut it at the smallest place there. This side is smaller at B, so we'll be starting at B. We'll be starting at B, and then as we move from B, where is B? This B. We can go to C, B, C, D, A, and back to B. Started at B, we will end at B. Now, with my T-square, you must cut against this. Here we are using true length. From this plane, if you can look at it, from this plane, if you look at C, because we're developing this branch piece, here is a plane. This is parallel to the ground line. C is parallel to the ground line. On the other side, you are seeing the true length of C. Even all of them, A is parallel to the where am I? Okay, I want you to see it. A is parallel to this ground line. B parallel to this ground line. That length is also parallel to the ground line. So on this end, on this side, you are seeing the true length of those. That will be the true length of A, B, C, D, E. So let us take those true lengths. Now I am transferring my D. The true length of D is this one. That is the true length of D. There is my D. It is the true length of, and then I take the true length of A and C. A and C have the same true length. Let me check with A and C have the same true length. I take that true length for A and C have the same true length. B, A and C, it's A true length for A and C. C is the same true length. And then B, the true length of B will be the smaller one here. There is the true length of B. It will be the smaller one here. See? Here is the true length of B. B is here. B is here. Now, I cannot just join from B to B. So, yeah, from B to B. I cannot just join B, there. Remember, I've got this point of interference that changes the shape. The point of interference that changes the shape. Between B and C, we have that height. Between B and C. But where do we locate that? Between B and C. Look, I will go back to my true shape. This is the true shape. So that I get the true distance, the exact distance. Where it has interfered here. So I am getting the true distance. I'm just transferring this. They will give me the true distances. The interference was there, it was here and there. And then here I have my A, I have my D, there I have my B, remember it's C. So as I move away, as I move from A to D, as I move from A to D, the true distance is this one where we had an interference. That would be the true distance. As I move away from A to D, that is the distance. And it is the same distance as I move. Okay, let me check. Now it's not. As I move from A to D. Yeah, it will be the same distance as I move from C to D. As I move from C to D, it will be the same distance as I move from C to D. Let us go. As I move from C towards, as I move from C towards D, there it is. And then, as I move now from C to D, as I move from C to B, as I move from C to B, this is this distance. As I move now from C to B, that is the true distance. As I move from C to B, this distance. And then it is the same distance let me check between A and B now. From A and B, as I move from A to B, from A to B, as I move from A to B, it is that distance. As I move from A to B, it will be that distance. So I've put all my points that interact. So I will simply extend that. I hope you see what I'm doing here. That and that. Let's look at the height now. Between A and B, between A and B, we have this height, the true length between A and B, and between B and C. Between A and B and C, it is this height. A and B, here is the height. B and C, here is the height. Here is the height. And then I have this height between A and D, and C and D. A and D, between A and D, there is that height. Between C and D, here is that height. So we're almost done now. Do it several times. You need to do it several times. It's not easy. I agree, it's not easy. But don't stress, it is one of the most difficult questions. It's not so difficult, it's difficult, just difficult question. It is difficult, yes, but not so difficult. I know you can do it as long as you practice, man. You must love this learning area. It's the most exciting learning area. They encourage every learner to do EGD. EGD is nice. It cools you down. When you are stressed up or you're tired of doing your maths and your whatever, you just do this EGD just to relieve your stress. Then you will see. Just to refresh. It's not that you're studying. You're exercising your muscles. Exercising your muscles. Then this is what you have. Then it is complete. It is complete, students. Practice it more and more. Share it with others. If you do have that, share with others who are at other schools and so on and so forth. It must take you about 35 minutes. It's just that I was explaining. 35 minutes. But don't stress. Some of the students who are not as good, who are not as sharp as others, might do it even much with 20 to 30 minutes. But those that are struggling like myself, you may find it sometimes difficult, but don't stress. If you feel it's gonna allow my band becon, so it's okay. Continue with what you see and move to the next question. You don't want to spend more than 40 minutes on this question. It's question 2. Thank you. See you on the next